Hey guys, what's up? I got another cool guitar to show you guys today. Come inside here and take a look at this thing. Alright guys, so what we're looking at is a Dearmonde. This is the Starfire, and this was made, we called Fender Custom Shop, and this was made in March of 2000. Got my buddy Nathan down here. How you doing, Nathan?
Good.
So let's talk a little bit about this guitar.
Yeah, so these were made to be like the old Guild Starfires that were made back in like the 60s and stuff.
Yeah, it still has the Guild on the Truss Rod cover.
Yeah, so the Armond was bought by Fender in 1998, and they started making these. This one's made in Korea, and it's got the red translucent finish. You can see some of the green through it, especially down here is where I could see it a lot. But you got all of your, pretty much everything's Dearmonde branded. So your knobs have the D on them. You got the Dearmonde Bigsby style tremolo tailpiece. Regular, you know, stop tail, or not stop tail, sorry, tunematic bridge on there. And then you have your pickups. And these are made to look like the old Dynasonics, the old Dearmonde Dynasonic pickups, which were single coils. These are just your average Fender type single coil pickups that are housed in Dearmonde style pickup covers, and they say Dearmonde on the side there, right? Yeah, say Dearmonde on the side there. And this guitar is a semi-hollow thin line body, so you got your block down the center of it.
Got the center block in there.
Hollow on the sides, block in the middle.
Yeah, I can feel that.
And it's thin line, just like so. This is kind of like a 335, you know, with the center block and the thin body. And your what is this called, a Florentine style?
That's right, Florentine
style cutout instead of the Venetian, which would be the rounded ones. So to me, the body shape is kind of like what is it, an ES 175? Like they have those cutouts there. You know, it looks really cool. Got your black pickguard, standard 3-way switch on it, and then your binding is a 4-ply binding, which is pretty sweet. You have black, white, and that's on the front of the guitar and the back of the guitar. And then your neck, you have your single ply binding on the neck, and no binding on the headstock.
Nice looking guitars. Now I know that Dearmonde has a long history of making pickups. Yeah,
so they first started winding pickups in 1935, but
so that's
not
way before Fender. That's 15, maybe 20 years before the Fender Corporation kind of came along.
About 10 years. I know Fender was putting amps out by like late 40s. So.
Oh, okay.
But I think that it wasn't for guitars. It might have been for other sound equipment, because it was for a company called Fox Sound Equipment Corporation.
Okay.
And so they're making pickups and pickup type electronics for them in the 30s. And then by the 70s, they had made over 170 different types of pickups for many different stringed instruments, guitars, violins, whatever it was. You know, they were making pickups for it. And
Harmony guitars,
Harmony,
and Martins,
Gretsch.
and all. Yeah, this company made all those pickups.
Gretsch was a really big supporter of Dearmonde pickups. Like a lot of the 50s era Gretches had the Dynasonics in them, which were the Dearmonde Dynasonics.
So they're better known for their pickups than their guitars.
Yeah, for sure. Honestly, I didn't even know they made guitars until recently, but It seems like they kind of have gone after like vintage style stuff. Like I said earlier, this is like a reissue sort of a Guild Starfire, you know. So
It's crazy how Fender ends up owning everything nowadays, isn't it? Kind of weird.
yeah, and this one's cool. I like the dot inlays. They're really small. I always thought that looked pretty
Little
cool.
tiny dots.
They gotta be like at least half a size of like a standard like Fender dot inlay.
Right.
Looks classy. And
It does.
The black pickguard with the white pickups on the red body just looks really cool too.
Yeah, it's definitely a beautiful guitar.
Yeah, and then you have your it's kind of like a standard Bigsby type tremolo. You have your tension bar on there. Helps with the break angle. And this one is screwed down into the body in 2 places. Some people say that helps with the tuning stability a little bit because the actual Bigsby can't move around on the body.
That's right.
You
That
know,
old Epiphone we looked at a couple weeks ago, that thing was all over the place on that.
Yeah,
body.
and you know, like some of the old, a lot of the old Bigsbys that you find on like vintage guitars, they're not actually screwed into the body. In this case, they can do that because it's a
It's got that center
semi-hollow
block. Yeah.
So the bridge is pinned. You know, it's not a floating bridge
Right.
like you'll find on some of the Gretches and Gibsons. So overall, I mean, it stays in tune pretty well, and you can intonate it like perfectly, having the Tune-O-Matic on there.
Super nice guitar, Nathan. Thank you. The only thing left is to have you play it a little bit. So here we go.